was pitch number 30. It's swing and a miss on a slider down and in. Second strikeout for Cole on the afternoon.
All right, everybody. Big day today in Yankee land. We've got Gerrit Cole on TV for the first time as a New York Yankee. I'm going to capture every pitch that he throws and put it in the highlights. You can skip ahead by going to the time below. The Yankees also play the Boston Red Sox on the road. Jordan Montgomery on the mound. I'll talk a little bit about that game too. Like I said, if you want to skip ahead to the highlights, go ahead. But for the rest of you, you know the routine. We're going to do lineups, we'll do discussion, and then we'll do highlights and postgame. Let's get started. Hello to all my new and returning subscribers. My name is Derek Lewandowski. This is NYY Recaps. We're up to 700 and something subscribers. We're closing in on the 1,000 mark, which is a nice milestone. It helps you get into the Google Partnership Program, at which point I can start generating a little bit of revenue for this channel. I plan to do recaps of every game all season. More on that at the end of this video. Let's talk about today's games. So the Yankees have a split squad doubleheader. The first game is in Tampa. I should say they're not really the first game. They're playing at the same time. But the home game, obviously, in Tampa, Gerrit Cole is on the mound for the first time as a New York Yankee on television. So I will capture every pitch that he throws, and I will put it in the highlights. I will also upload a separate video so that you guys can watch, and you better believe this is going to be in the documentary at the end of the season. In the second game against the Red Sox on the road, we got Jordan Montgomery on the mound, and Jordan Montgomery is a guy who's a bit on the spot here because, you know, his role was going to be competing for the number 5 spot in the rotation, but with the injury to Severino, Jordan Montgomery is definitely going to be in that rotation. He's probably going to be the number 4 guy. There's been a lot of talk about his velocity being up, not just this season, but last season. A lot of times when guys have Tommy John surgery, they come back throwing harder. Who knows what that means for Luis Severino? Maybe he'll be throwing, 102. But when guys come back from Tommy John surgery, a lot of times that ligament in their arm is tighter, and which allows them to throw harder. So Jordan Montgomery is always a guy who's had good command. He's got a really good over-the-top curveball, 12-6. Likes to get a lot of swing and misses out of the zone in the dirt. And I think that if he's able to back that up with a good 92, 93 mile-an-hour fastball, it could mean good things for Jordan Montgomery. So let's hope he does well against the Red Sox. Today I'm going to cover mostly the Tigers game against the Yankees because Gerrit Cole is on the mound. I want to get a good look at Gary Sanchez's new catching stance and see how that looks, how he's doing framing the ball. We got some big names in the lineup. We've got DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres. Let's go through the lineup. So as I mentioned, DJ LeMahieu leading off. Gleyber Torres at shortstop. He's got 2 errors this spring, but hopefully that'll come together once they start playing on actual Major League diamonds. Batting third, Mike Ford at first base. Batting fourth, the Kraken at catcher. Batting fifth, Miguel Andujar. Miggy Two Bags is having a nice spring. He's got a home run. He's got a couple of doubles. Looking good out there. Chris Iannetta at DH. Rosel Herrera playing third base. Trey Amburgey playing right field. And Zach Granite playing center field. So this should be a good game. A couple of regulars, but everyone's tuning in to see Gerrit Cole. So let's talk about Gerrit Cole. So I would imagine that Gerrit Cole is under an enormous amount of pressure. Biggest contract ever for a pitcher. He's coming to the team that he's always wanted to play for. And he's expected to be the final piece to put them over the top to get to the World Series. And as if that wasn't enough, the loss of Luis Severino definitely adds more pressure to Gerrit Cole because now he's got to carry the bulk of the load. You know, we were supposed to get 400 innings between Gerrit Cole and Luis Severino this year. That's not going to happen anymore. So Gerrit Cole has got to make his 200 innings as nasty as possible. Gerrit Cole cannot afford to get off to a slow start anymore. He didn't get off to a great start last year, obviously finished really well. He's been very sharp in the spring so far. He's got the new analytics guys with the Yankees behind him, so he should get off to a good start. They open up against the Orioles. A lot of things working in Gerrit Cole's favor, but there is a bit of pressure. So let's hope that he can continue to pitch well, continue to stay healthy. It's very important that he stays healthy and on the field, takes the mound 32, 33, 34 times. So let's see how he does. Let's get to the highlights.
We've seen Andujar in left. It'll be Zach Granite in center. Trey Ambergy in right. Gleyber Torres plays short. Herrera at third. DJ LeMay.
Curiosity.
Well, here's his second spring training start. The first pitch swung out, driven to left field. Miguel Andujar playing left field. Second hitter will be Victor Reyes, and he takes a fastball down the middle.
And a lot of pitchers throwing almost all year round nowadays.
Little jam shot, loop to the left side. That's going to be a base hit. Lead. Fastball misses up and in. Jaime Candle
On the mound.
Check swing.
Really advanced.
Popped up, left side. Herrera underneath it, fighting the wind, and that'll bring up Brandon Dixon. First pitch swinging. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Important that is. Breaking ball down. 1-2, fastball up and away. Strikeout for Cole. First of the afternoon.
He had several offers on the West Coast. So the fact that
And Mercer here in the second. Fastball up. Fouled back. Sanchez underneath it. Makes the pull to get behind the plate. And not only to get to know. Jam shot. Ground ball to the left side. Torres up with it. 2 quick outs. Doesn't develop, right? It's just there from the start. Cole doing a great job up here with 2 outs in the second.
Up here with 2 outs in the second.
with you, Flash.
Slider just misses. This looks like a fastball away. Right knee down. Slapped the other way by Mercer. It'll be a 2-out. Mercer taking his lead. Fastball misses up. Fastball fouled off. 1-1. Cole working out of the stretch. Ground ball to the left side. Herrera up with it. A strong throw across the diamond. So 2 strong at this point in spring training. David sitting down for 3 times. And a little check swing ground ball. 1 pitch. 1 out here in the third. Ball his first at bat to Miguel Andujar.
Well, they talked about
I'd say all in all to this point he's really covered all the times, which is always an adjustment during spring training. 2-1 to Woodrow. Good fastball on the end. It's pitch number 30. It's swing and a miss on a slider down and in. Second strikeout for Cole on the after. Off of first. 3-1 slap the other way. That's going to be a base hit. Herrera comes around third. Phil Nevin, the third base coach, waving him home. It'll be an RBI base hit. 2-0 to Torres. Driven to right field. Demeritte going back. This one is way gone for Gleyber Torres. A 3-run home run.
First of all, do the Yankees have a worse play-by-play guy than John Flaherty?
Second spring training start. The first pitch swung out, driven to left field.
So as expected, Gerrit Cole was tremendous. Fastball was explosive through the zone. He missed with his slider a few times, but did pick up a strikeout with one. He also had a really nice overhand curveball. I thought he was nasty. I thought that the way that Gary was setting up behind the plate should help him a lot with the blocking of balls. I don't know about framing of pitches. I think he's already pretty good at that, but he was lower to the ground, so it should be easier for him to just collapse and sort of aim the ball back at home plate after it hits the ground with his chest protector, which is what they teach you. Now, I got to say, I'm a bit worried about Aaron Judge, still not in the lineup, and Aaron Boone said on the telecast that they were sending him for more tests because he's still a little banged up, and they want to get to the bottom of it. That does not sound good. The Yankees have a history of misdiagnosing injuries as minor when they are more severe. I am terrified that they're going to say torn labrum or something, and we're going to miss him for the whole season. I'm just terrified. Last year shell-shocked me to the point where I can't expect this to have a good outcome. It might just be some inflammation, some tendonitis, but I would not be surprised if the Yankees announce in a day or two that Aaron Judge has a more serious injury, which would be deja vu all over again. On the plus side, I think Miguel Andujar looks good in left field, and he's been swinging the bat well. He hit a really hard line out to deep right center today. Rosell Herrera has looked good at third base. Defensively, he's got a very strong arm. He's a switch hitter. And Ottavino and Sessa look good today. So the Yankees bullpen seems, right on track. Gerrit Cole seems right on track. Miguel Andujar looks back. The thing I'm just most worried about is Aaron Judge. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens there. If this was your first time here, I want to thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It helps other fans find the channel. I plan to do recaps and discussion of every game all season long. I've also got a weekly podcast, and I'm putting together a documentary at the end of the season. Send me your reactions at NYY Recaps on Twitter to be a part of the film. I try to reply to all comments as long as you're not being a jerk. So go ahead and leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of this game and your thoughts on the team, and I'll see you next time.